Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. I'm just clicking the Instagram live as well, and then I will be with you. See if it works. There, checking connection. So hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the readings for the moon in Capricorn. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I did mean to do them, but something happened and I actually got waylaid. So I'm just giving a couple of seconds and then I will go into the readings. So, right, okay. If you're on, can you let me know? I know people haven't been getting notifications and things like that, so hopefully there's some people join us. So, right, this new moon in Capricorn. Like I say, it was the new moon last night, and Capricorn, if we have a look at Capricorn is the sea goat, actually. So there's a lot of emotions come up with Capricorn, but they like to have their clear footing. They like to be safe with where they are, okay? And this Capricorn moon, I really feel it's about us looking to the long term, okay? Looking to the long-term goals. But the thing with Capricorn is sometimes Capricorn can get mistaken, and instead of being determined, it can come across as dominant. Okay. And this is what we don't want. Whenever there's domination in a way, it means that we're being suppressed, or we are cutting ourselves off from opportunities, because the more dominant we are and the more gung-ho we are, we can actually close doors rather than open them. So this Capricorn moon is talking to us about how we can be creative while not having to control. Okay, now when I'm saying control is sometimes good, but not when it's unhealthy. So we don't want this unhealthy control where we're controlling other people or we're allowing them to control us. This Capricorn moon, what I feel, is more about we need to apply our creativity. We need to look at our long-term goal and see how we can best get there. Okay. And sometimes it's not straight putting our head down and running through, because when our head's down and we're running through, like I say, like a goat butting its head, we can miss what's actually going on around us. Okay. And often the path will appear for us, or certain important things will appear on our path. Now, when we look at Capricorn as well, it's often seen as the father figure. Okay, we've got Cancer as the mother, which is, my south node is in Cancer, my north node is in Capricorn. So I'm meant to step up. I'm meant to be a leader of sorts. This is what my destiny says I've got to do. So I'm at this stage as well, thinking, right, okay, how do I change and get there? Now, if we look at tarot, Capricorn is represented by the devil. Now, I had this conversation this morning that I feel the devil is the most truthful in tarot. But, it's where do we hand our power over, or where do we use our power in an unhealthy way? Okay, so this is the question I feel we're all being asked at this moment, because if we think a new moon is about setting intentions, okay, what do we want to aspire to? What intention do we want to set that will then come to fruition? Full moons are what illuminates what's already there. This is where we are given free rein, where we can go, right, where do I want to go? Where do I see my life in a year's time, in 5 years' time? What do I want to do? It's about us assessing our goals. And if we think the crazy year that we had last year, I feel a lot of us, our goals will have actually changed, okay? So if we're still going on the path to what we wanted or thought we wanted then, this is an ideal time to sit down and really ask yourself the question, how have I changed? How have my goals changed? How has my life changed? This moon is great for people wanting new careers, to just say, right, okay, this is it. I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to do it. Capricorn wants to empower us, not enable us. Okay. So enabling us, it's like I say, sometimes when I do readings, I call people out on their stuff, on their stories. I'm not doing that in a bad way. You know, I'm doing it from a place of deep love, because if I allow them to sit in that, that is enabling them and stopping them from stepping into their true potential. What I want to do is empower people. You know, this is it. This is, we should feel empowered, and other people should feel empowered as well. So that is true leadership, you know, when you're leading from the heart, but you have a clear vision and a clear goal of how you're going to get there, or how you're going to get other people to there. Now, what is also interesting with this new moon as well is I feel our relationships with the masculine are going to be highlighted. Now, this could be from fathers, this could be from absent fathers, this could be from partners, brothers, you know, whatever. It could be within ourselves, because we all have a masculine and feminine side. And looking at where it's either helping us to be determined within life, or where it's dominant. Have we been dominated by the masculine? You know, if we look back through history, you know, there's all this stuff about the patriarchy, but that is not saying that all masculine is bad. You know, I have amazing masculine figures around me, absolutely amazing. None of them are dominant. Although could be in the certain situation, but this isn't what I'm talking about here. But they have this softness, you know, they have this sense of security that they emit. You know, they allow people to feel safe and secure and held. And that is true strength, rather than being, you know, like kind of brute force and strict and rules. Okay, there's a difference with masculine within this, because a true masculine does not have to prove how strong they are. Okay, that's distorted masculine energy, and this is what a lot of us have been brought up with. I know myself, I was brought up you know, the strong male figures within my life. One of them was a gangster, you know, one of them was a bit of a con man, you know, stuff like that. So I tend to be attracted, or I was attracted to guys who give this alpha kind of persona out, but actually they were really weak. You know, there wasn't the strength there. So this is where we need to look at the distorted masculine, you know, and where we have felt this security, where we have seen the masculine as a provider, you know, as a protector and things like that. So there's a lot coming up with this, okay, a lot coming up, but it's really, really interesting. And what we need to look at as well is, you know, these people that are in power, these leaders, as they call them, where are they leading people to? Are they leading people to praise them, you know, and just inflate their ego even more and blow smoke up their asses? Or are they leading people in a way that will enhance and make the world better? So this Capricorn moon is asking us to have ambition, but ambition with compassion. Okay, to look at the long-term goals, not just for us, but how us fulfilling our long-term goal can somehow make a difference in the world. You know, to look at where we feel secure, and also what our purpose is. Now, Capricorn often represents money and finances as well. And this is a big, big block for so many people, myself included, you know. But this is asking us to look at it in a healthy way. You know, we all need money to survive. Money is not evil. What we have learned in the past is sometimes that money is evil, or money will give us security, when often it doesn't, you know. So there's so many questions and so many things that are being highlighted over this time. So it's almost like Capricorn is very logical as well, you know, pragmatic and practical. What they're saying to me here is that this is about not doing things by the book, writing a different book. So writing different rules now, because the world doesn't work in the way that the old rules were wrote for, if that makes sense. And it's the time now to change what we feel about ambition, to change what we feel about aspiring to our goals, to change our goals, and to be flexible in the learning and getting there, you know, because there's so many things that can help us. I know myself, astrology is my go-to, you know. I use that because I see a clear path with it. And when I can see that clear path, I know that if I'm getting an obstacle there or a challenge, I understand why and how I can actually utilize that challenge to make me stronger and make my goals come further towards me. Now, what's interesting here as well, which is coming up, like I say, this was all kind of the last couple of days. I'm currently looking for a coach, because I feel all coaches need coaches. I coach people, and then I need to offload, and I need to be constantly evolving as well. And what's been quite interesting is there's quite a few coaches have contacted me. Lovely people, absolutely beautiful people. But when I've asked them questions about their work or about where they're at, it's kind of like, that's not what I'm looking for. I spoke to somebody beautifully yesterday who said they're a coach. They work in corporate because that's secure and gives them their money, but they do coaching on the side. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not for me. I don't want somebody who's sticking with that safety. I had one who said to me, oh, wow, I can't believe you live on a Greek island. That's my dream. One day I'll do it. And it's like, but why aren't you doing it? And this is where I'm kind of at, I need somebody who understands spirituality. I need somebody who understands me and can use my wildness. I can never be tamed, but I need somebody who sees that and can say, right, this is how we utilize it for your good and for the good of humanity. So does this make sense? It's like people can only meet you where you're at. So when I'm getting these people contact me, it's great, beautiful, but that is not going to inspire me. It's like if I was going for, I wanted to do a advanced driving course, like these police courses where they learn how to do all the crazy spins and stuff. I wouldn't be going to somebody who is teaching teenagers to drive. That will give you the basic steps. And, I've been driving for 30 years, so I need that more advanced. So if anybody does know a good coach, please point them in my direction. But this is what I'm saying about this Capricorn. We can follow the rules, but sometimes the rules restrict us rather than actually allow us to utilize what is inside of us. It's somebody that kind of draws us in, goes, right, you've got this energy, you've got this power, you've got this vision. This is how we make it happen. I was talking to my friend last night. He's in Brazil at the moment. And I was telling him about these calls I'd had. And I started laughing and I said, basically, I need you. He inspires me. I believe anything is possible when I talk to this friend. I have another friend who calls me out on my bullshit at every opportunity. Oh, there's something making a noise and I just need to see what it is. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I'd left a pan on or something. I thought the place was on fire. But it must be something outside. Sorry about that. So, I have one friend who calls me out on my bullshit, just by looking at me. And I'm like, oh, God, and then I have another friend who's really good with business. And I said, you know what? I kind of need the three of you. That is where it's going to go. So what we need to look at is, if we're looking to achieve our goals, who do we ask for advice that can best get us there? Are these people actually walking their talk? If you look at their lives, like how many of you get relationship advice of people who are in unhappy marriages or who are aren't in a relationship? They've never had a relationship work, but they give you advice. So it's looking at, is this person using their advice? Are they living it? Are you looking at them and going, that's where I need to be? How do you get there? Because this is it. When we are inspired, it's by people that are inspiring, not people that are sitting and playing it safe. Okay, so this is what this Capricorn moon is coming out with. God, I don't even know what that sound is. It's ridiculous. So this is what this Capricorn moon is. Yes, be focused and see where you want to go, but then be creative with how you get there. I don't know if any of you know human design. Within human design, I'm a manifesting generator. Now, a manifesting generator is meant to have all of these different ideas. I always thought, and I was always told throughout my life, why do you keep changing professions, Tanya? Why can't you stick to one thing? Why do you go off on another tangent with something? And I always thought I was wrong for that. But it was my soul was going, no, it's time to stop that, do something else. When I look at my chart now, my human design chart, that's exactly what I'm meant to do. You know, if it doesn't light me up, then it's no, that's it. It's time to put that away. So I've learned a lot about myself through my human design as well, you know, and I'm meant to be a hermit and a role model. So I need this time by myself, alone, in solitude, in order to then step up and, you know, kind of deliver a message in some way. So the more I'm working towards that, the easier it is to be me. Another thing about manifesting generators is they don't read instructions. They think, all right, I can get to there, you know? So this is what I'm saying is buy the book. The book doesn't always work. We all learn in completely different ways. Okay, so there's not one size fits all. And this is what we need to remember about this Capricorn moon. Okay, it's not all one size fits all. I need somebody to look at me and go, right, okay, I see exactly what you are. I see exactly where you're at, and I'm going to meet you there because I've been there before. You know, so this is what we need to do. Just because somebody goes down that path doesn't mean we have to in order to get where they are. And what we need to look at is, do we really want to be where they are? You know, is that really where we want to be? So a lot of future vision coming up with this Capricorn moon, but in an absolutely beautiful way, you know, absolutely beautiful way. So, yeah, so it's been, you know what? I was getting a bit frustrated yesterday because I was thinking, God, am I being nasty? You know, am I, you know, getting too above myself? But it's no, I'm being honest. And what speaking to these people actually done was kind of inspired me and give me kind of more confidence in where I am. You know, I mean, there's you know, every dream I've ever had in my life, I've done it. So yes, I'm looking for a projector that's in their self. Exactly. And this, my friend Magic, who I was talking about, he is a projector. The other one is a reflector, and the other one is a manifesting generator. The one that calls me out on my bullshit pretty much has the same chart as me, you know. So it's interesting that, Tonya. Yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, a projector. That's what I need. So like I say, that isn't about me. That was just, I wanted to use that as an example because that is what's been highlighted to me over the last 24 hours. You know, I need somebody that's doing, not just talking, not just a repeater, not somebody who's just repeating something that they've read. You know, that doesn't work for me. It does work for some. It does. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that doesn't work for me, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And this is this Capricorn moon. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards more about this Capricorn moon, and then I will go into the readings for the signs. Okay, so like I say, it's quite an interesting one, really, really interesting. And also they're saying to me there, what do you see as success? Okay, what do you see as success? This is what we need to get. Do we see somebody that's buying 20 yachts and blah, blah, blah? Do we see that as success? You know, or do we see somebody that is giving back to the world? And I have a friend who, this friend lives on a boat and sometimes on the land. This friend owns nothing. This friend lives their life in such a pure, simple way. Yet, to me, they're the richest person. I look at them and I'm inspired because they do what they want. And they don't ask for handouts or anything. They've chosen a simple life and they live it to the best of their ability. They live stress-free. They can go wherever they want. And that, to me, is true freedom as well. You know, so yeah, it's what is success and why are you wanting success, they're saying. So everybody think now, if I had a magic wand and I said, right, okay, this is what your future is going to be like. You know, straight away, you'll get an image. What is it? You know, where do you see yourself? Then ask yourself, why do you want that image? What is it about that image that actually, does it mean that you will be recognized more? You know, when I'm saying recognized, I mean kind of like, you know, will people look up to you and say, oh, wow, they're great? Is it for admiration? Is it for recognition, or is it kind of so that you will feel that you've achieved something, you know? Because a lot of times it's like, when I get the big house, then I'll be happy, you know. When I get this, I done it when I was at uni. When I get my degree, then I will feel like a real artist. The day I got my degree, I didn't feel any different. It's only when I look back now and I go, why the hell wasn't I promoting myself there? My work was fucking amazing, you know. But at the time, this playing small, I didn't have this belief in myself. And I thought a piece of paper and 4 years of study would give me that. And it didn't, you know. So this is what I'm saying. Look at what you deem as success, where you want to go, and why you want to go there as well. Okay, because that's a, you know, a massive thing I feel for this Capricorn moon, especially when we're setting intentions. Make sure we know the why, you know, make sure we know our why, and then we can look at the how. Okay, that makes the how easier when we know the why. Okay, so yeah, quite interesting. I like that. Right, so I'm just gonna have just a couple of little cards for this, and then I will go on to the things. And I don't know what this sound is, if the whole place blows up, right? Because there's something, I don't know if you can hear it on there, but it's a sound I've never heard here before. Oh my God, your hair is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I never even washed it today. Thank you. It's really getting long, isn't it? I think it's the longest it's been for a long time. Living off grid in nature, in trees and beauty on nature. I want simple and back to soul. Exactly, Tonya. That's exactly what it is. And, you know, this is pretty much what I've got now, you know, and then I keep looking and I'm like, wow, yeah, you know, it's I've achieved another one. But my problem is now is this is another dream that I have fulfilled. I remember once an ex saying to me years ago, you're just a dreamer, Tanya. I said, yeah, but every dream I've ever had, I've done. So now it's about creating a new dream. What is it I want to do? I know that I'm of service, you know. I know that I'm meant to be of service. So this is where my dream needs to go now. My goal needs to go, you know, because I've got what I want, but it's how do I now give back? And this is what I need help on. How do I get there? You know, this is it. But by people that are proven. So, you know, our goals change. And like I say, after last year, we have changed. So it's about honoring that and going back and looking again. Does that actually still fit in with my vibration? Does that still align with who I am? Okay, so a lot of questions to ask ourselves, but not bad questions. It's not going to be that much of a tough one, I don't feel. It's more a case of having a conversation with the self and seeing what it is we want to go, okay, where it is we want to go. So, right, okay, interestingly, so I pulled some cards. Excuse me. And the first one we've got here is chaos and conflict. Okay. So what this is saying to me straight away, this is where we're at. Okay. This is what it's trying to highlight to us. Right. Where has our security been turned on its head? Because this year it has, you know, well, last year, this sense of security that we all had was changed. Okay. Suddenly we weren't secure anymore. Suddenly the support that we had wasn't there anymore. The world as we knew it changed, okay? And how well equipped were we for that? This is what this is saying, you know, because when suddenly what we've clung to is taken away, it's like we can run in a panic, or we can go, yeah, I have a contingency plan. So that's kind of where we're at. The things that we thought were protecting us, the goals, the dreams, the lifestyle, all of that is being taken away from us, okay? But this is in a good way because it's actually freeing us. Whatever was there was restricting us, okay? Then we're getting here, co-create. So this is a time to co-create with the universe. Now, I love how they take me on tangents. I just had a rant this morning on the phone with somebody about affirmations. And I'm in this group on social media, and it's all about affirmations and things like that. And it's about manifesting. Yet, you know, one of the things was, right, just look for a sign, you know, ask if you're on the right path and then look for a sign. And then there's thousands of people going, yeah, well, I'm struggling to find what my sign is. What should my sign be? Should it be a butterfly? Should it be? And I'm like, fuck, if you can't even, you know, like if you can't even think of a sign for yourself, You know, what are you going to do if the world goes to shit? You know, you can't. This is a time to really think for ourselves. And it's all very well saying affirmations like, oh, yes, money flows to me simply and easily. Okay. But if you don't believe that, and if you don't do anything to actually make that a reality, it's just words, you know? It's just words. It's like when somebody goes, yeah, love you, bye. You know, that what is that? Where is the soul? Where is the heart in that? You know, love is a verb, not a noun. It's not a naming word, it's a doing word. So in order for us to co-create with the universe, it's not just saying to the universe, right, I want this. It's about going, I want this, and I'm going to put this in action. Please guide me with your help as well. So we co-create with the universe. If we have a look, there's a leopard there. If we don't change our spots, we're going to stay in the same fucking spot. Okay? That's how it is. That's exactly how it is. If we don't take action and start moving in the direction of where we want to go, then we're going to stay where we are stuck. And there's Legendary Your Life just joined. I've just been talking about you, Magic, saying how you are my inspiration. I speak to this guy and woof, you know, he's currently in Brazil, you know, like doing Tarzan through the jungle and things like that, you know. And this is somebody who completely lives who they say they are. He's called Magic for a reason, and he is my biggest source of inspiration, you know. So this is it. If we don't co-create and realize we've got to take responsibility, we've got to play a part in it as well, then we're never going to get the rewards. The last card here is Truth Be Told, okay? If you fully open your heart to your own truth, okay? Your full own truth, not the truth that you're scared of showing other people, the truth that you actually live by, the truth that is you, okay? And realize that that truth is your biggest source of wisdom. Okay, your heart is your biggest source of wisdom. You don't go into a career because you think, oh, well, that'll pay well and that will give me a secure future. You go in because you know it will make your heart expand. When your heart is expanding, that is when you are more powerful than you will ever be. And that is when you will reach your goals more. Okay, so this is it. Speak your truth. No matter what it is, if it doesn't fit in with your environment, then that's fine, you know. But if you stand in your truth and you stand with your conviction and you know that you are being true to yourself, then what anybody else thinks about it is their problem, not yours. Okay, this is a time for us to stop playing small. This is a time when we've got to step up, to be seen, to speak our truth, because that truth that you have, that wisdom and that truth and that compassion and conviction in your heart could change somebody else's life. But if you're sitting there and not speaking it, then you are not just robbing yourself, you are robbing that other person that you hold the secret to their change. Okay, so this is it. I love it. You know, I'm loving this energy, and sorry if I'm getting a little bit animated this morning, but this is the energy that's coming through. It's this determination. It's this can do, will do attitude. You know, this is it. Our will. When we, you know, we say, I will do that. Okay. If we think of our will, you know, if we think of our will, what is that? That is our determination. You know, when somebody says to me, you can't do that, I go, watch me, I will. You know, and this has been a source of problems throughout my life when I was young, because I was deemed as being, you know, anti-authority and stuff like that. But their way didn't work for me. You know, and instead of now thinking I'd done something wrong, I know that I'd done something right. I was talking to one of these coaches yesterday, and it was funny. They said something about taking risks. And I said, yeah, I take risks. Like all the time, I take risks, you know. That is what I do. And they said, oh, well, that's where you failed. And I said, failed? Like, I've never failed. You know, everything I've set out to do, I've done. It might not have worked in the way I wanted it to do, but I've learned a lot in the process. So I've never failed at anything, and then straight away that said to me, you know what, this person's not on my vibration, lovely, but that is not something that is going to encourage me, if that makes sense. And thank you for that, Victoria. So I hope this is making sense, and I hope you're getting where I'm going with this. Okay, it's about responsibility, it's about dreaming, it's about opening our heart, opening our minds as well, because often we can put limitations on ourselves by being that gung-ho into this is where I want to go. Be flexible with it and see what comes in along the lines, like as we're going on this timeline, because often we can have, when we're open, and we're in this place of surrender, we know where we want to go, but if plans change, and that's great, we can actually meet people, have experiences or whatever on the way that will actually encourage us and align us more with our destined path. Man plans, God laughs. Okay, so it's almost like turning Capricorn a little bit on its head this time. So, right, okay, I'm gonna have a drink there because that got a little bit heated. And thank you as well. I really want to say thank you, because I do appreciate, the people that watch these videos and the messages I get and things like that, and I keep forgetting to say it, but it's not that I don't feel it. So, right, okay, so where are we at? So we'll start with Aries, okay? In fact, no, they're telling me we're starting with Aquarius, okay? They want us to start with Aquarius, which is, I never start with Aquarius. Right, okay. Yeah, be unapologetic. This is what they're saying, unapologetic. This is collective, not just for Aquarius. I'm starting with Aquarius here. Aquarius, this Capricorn new moon, what is coming in with that? Yeah, you understand, that's good. So yeah, like I say, if anybody knows a coach who is willing to work with me, I said to one guy, you know what, I need to warn you, I don't think you're very logical. I don't think we're gonna match, I think I'll have you tearing your hair out. Right, okay, so Aquarius, right, okay. Very similar to what I've just been saying here. So Aquarius, what's interesting here, okay, is it's saying that you need to take time out, okay? Take time out at this moment in time. Use this time of this Capricorn moon in order to rest and recharge, because I feel some Aquariuses will be pretty much on the verge of burnout. There's a lot of energy. If you think we've gone into energy in your sign and all of that. And I feel this is a case of trying not to do too much. It's almost the more you do, the further away from your goal you're going to be. So what this is saying to you is take this time out to rest, to recharge, and to reevaluate your future plans, okay? Because what this is saying is that you need to use this Capricorn energy, but mix it with this feminine energy as well. It's almost like the yin yang for you here, Aquarius. And it's how do you align your emotions and what's in your heart with your work, okay? Is your head and your heart in your work? If it's not, then think about doing something that does incorporate these. Because I'm seeing with this that there are a lot of options coming through for you during this Capricorn moon. This could be, some of you could be headhunted. Some of you could have an idea that you completely want to change your career path. Some of you could be looking at your life and realizing that, you know what, this isn't fulfilling me in the way that I thought it would. So there's this feeling of possibly disappointment or disillusionment coming for some Aquariuses. But what I feel with this is that this disillusionment or disappointment is only coming so that it will inspire you to take action to start something new, okay? So with Aquarius, I do see there is a lot of Aquariuses could be embarking on a new career, using this time to go, you know what, that's it. I'm done with that. I'm going forward. Like I say, your Aquarius sign, okay? We're in the age of Aquarius. Are you working in harmony with others as well? Because I could see that there could be what do you call this? A partnership, a collaboration in some way. This could be somebody that you admire actually asks for your advice. And I see this taking you into a place of happiness where you've been in a place of kind of disappointment, disillusionment. You know, this could be like, say, you were a lawyer or something like that, right? And you were standing up and you were getting these criminals off and you were getting loads of money for it, you know, and you had the drive and you had the passion to do it. And then suddenly you look and you're going, you know what, I'm working for the bad guy here. And you quit your job and you go and work for some charity for people that have been arrested that, you know, like kind of they're not illiterate or something like that. And you go and start working for a human cause, you know, giving something back to humanity rather than actually feeding the pockets of these people that are coming from a place of greed. Okay, it's almost like you're going within your work, Aquarius. It's don't be feeding those with greed. Make sure you're feeding those in need. Okay, so that's Aquarius. So now we have, who comes after Aquarius? Pisces. I really don't know what that noise is. I'm starting to get a bit worried. Can you hear it? Yeah? I don't know. Right, okay. So Pisces, what have we got? Oh. Right, okay, Pisces. This is so funny. A friend of mine who's Pisces phoned me yesterday and they'd had an amazing experience yesterday. And I've just pulled this card and this is exactly what is going for them there. Okay, this Capricorn moon Pisces is really, really going to work for you. Okay, it's actually going to, I feel it's going to make you realize how things that you thought kept you secure and safe have actually, all they've done is just kept you like kind of wrapped in a spider's web. You've been very trapped. You've been very kind of stuck as well. No, it's not my hard drive overheating. It's actually something coming from the wall out there. So I don't know. And I don't want to get up and go and check it and leave this. So I'm just going to, fingers crossed. So yeah, Pisces. So it's almost like I feel this Capricorn moon is really, really going to give you solid footing for where you want to go. Okay, this is it. Where do you feel safe? Where can you communicate what you feel? And where can you kind of bring yourself into alignment where you are happy with where you're going? Okay, there is big career plans coming in for you, Pisces. But it's almost like I feel there's a mixture here between air and water. Okay, now if we look at air and water, if we look at wind and how wind can change the tides and stuff like that, it's almost, this is it. I feel your thinking is going to stir up your emotions, okay? And I really feel there's something magical coming for Pisces. In the past, you've kind of held on to what has kept you safe, what has kept you secure. But this is saying with this Capricorn moon, it's going to allow you to dream big, okay? It's really getting you to step out of your comfort zone in a beautiful, beautiful way. Nobody is forcing you to do this. It's going to come naturally. And it's almost like I feel I'm getting with this from little acorns grow big oak trees, okay? So whatever you plant or what your intent is over this next 2 weeks, Pisces, I feel you will see it. You will see little bits of it start to happen by springtime. I feel March, April, but then it is growth, okay? A lot of growth. I really, really like this. Don't get in your head too much. Your head is going to stop you if you think, but this is a time of complete transformation for you where I don't want to say that you're stopping working on your feelings, because I love that about Pisces, okay? I really love that about Pisces. However, what it's saying here is you're stepping into a time of leadership, of alignment, rather than taking orders, rather than being there, oh, yeah, well, I'll just go along with that, like this kind of hippie, yeah, whatever. It's like, right, okay, this is where I'm going. If you want to come along with me, then you do it. So it's almost like Pisces are going to find their assertiveness here. And that is going to be when they step into that. That is when they see, right, that's all I needed to do in order to bring my dreams to fruition. Okay, so a lot of assertiveness there with Pisces. So right now, Aries. I don't know what this is. This is crazy. I know it sounds like a kettle or something, doesn't it? I don't know what it is. It's at the other side of my house. If I was just on the phone, I could take you round and show you, but I've got the laptop and that here, and I dare it because the cats will jump on me. Right, so Aries. Yeah, I'm really liking this Capricorn energy, actually. Aries. Right, okay. So Aries, I feel with Aries, it's going to be a little bit tough one for you, Aries, okay? I feel Aries don't want to change, okay? They're still trying to implement what they were doing in the old world, and it's not working in this new world. Now, Aries are very determined. They're often very dominant as well. Aries are go-getters. I love the energy of Aries. But Aries are also very stubborn. They don't like to be told what to do. They don't like to think that they don't know. But staying in this place of, well, I know, and this is how I've done it in the past, and this is how it's always worked, is going to be detrimental, okay, during this Capricorn moon. Because like I say, flexibility is key with this, okay, and working with the energies, working with what you have, not what you had, okay? So this is where the problem is going to be. And it's almost like I feel some Aries could really get themselves in a bit of a frustrated mess, some could even lash out here, because it's almost like, this is how I've always done things. This is how it's done. And the environment or the world is not that way anymore. Where you felt secure and where you were always kind of the leader, or you had your security, it's now being threatened in a way, okay? I'm not saying it's being taken from you, but what I'm saying is you've got to find a different way to make that sustainable in the way the world is now, okay? So this is where it's helping. This is where it's hindering. And I feel that some Aries may be having to ask for help, which, for an Aries to do that, like I can almost feel the uncomfortableness with it. I can see Aries sitting watching this and throwing things at the screen, because I don't need any help. I feel you do, just a little bit in navigation, okay? You can't do this by yourself, Aries, okay? The more you are blocking people helping you, the more you are hindering yourself, okay? This is almost calls for teamwork. Aries, I want to say to some Aries, it's coming in here, be careful about drinking too much, okay? Like I say, there could be this frustration, so you might, try to find the answer in a bottle. That's not where the answer is going to be, okay? That's not where the answer is going to be. What it is you know where you are, you know what you've had, you know where you currently are. Now, how do you sustain that? And I feel you need help with getting to that vision, okay? You're going to be all right. You're going to be secure. Your determination is still okay. And it's almost like, it's time for us to help, humility, this is it, and vulnerability, which Aries don't like. So yeah, that could be a bit of a struggle for Aries, okay? So, right, who do we have after Aries? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. There's strength in asking for help, Aries, okay? It's not strong struggling by yourself. It's Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Oh. I don't know why I'm getting Frank Sinatra in my head for Taurus. There's something with Frank Sinatra. Taurus. I don't know, was Frank Sinatra a Taurus? I don't know. Right, Taurus. Right. Okay, in Taurus, I feel you need... Okay, this is interesting. I feel Taurus has an idea, okay? But they're not giving themselves recognition for this idea. They're not, yeah, my way. that could be it. I feel they're not giving themselves recognition for this idea. It's like you have, okay, and very much like Aries, Taurus don't like to ask for help. But what they're saying is Spirit is giving you an opportunity at this moment, and Spirit or one idea, get in touch with the publisher, get in touch with value that could change your... But by keeping it to yourself and trying to work it out in your head, am I there? Sorry, somebody's just said I'm gone. Hold on, sorry about this, those on Instagram. Right, am I back? Please let me know if I'm back. Am I back there? It's buffering off and on. Terrible with it, but I don't know what else I can do. But yeah, I'm back. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, those watching when it's not live. Well, this isn't really something important. Your words are important, okay? They're important to somebody. So this is it. And it's almost, this is going to be the, when you speak up, it's almost like, remember in, I think it was in Aladdin, you know, open sesame, okay? So it's like, this is what it's going to do. It's going to open a door, not just for you, but it's going to open a door for a brighter future, okay? This is a time for Taurus to stand in their conviction. You know, there's happiness coming for them, but it's almost like I feel this is a thing to actually speak what you're feeling. You know, like I say, Taurus are earth signs. You know, Tauruses are quite stubborn as well. My father's a Taurus, and I have a connection at the moment who's a Taurus, and it's quite interesting to watch them. You know, very proud, very, you know, I'll just get on with this by myself. But what they're saying is you could be holding back here, okay? So don't hold back in your voice. Trust yourself, because somebody is going to trust you. There's levels of insecurity are going to be shown with Taurus during this moon, you know, because they like to be secure and they like to be sure of their words. Let it all spill out, okay? And you will find that that will give you a lot more security than what you already have. And I feel long-term security as well. So, you know, don't worry. Stuff is coming, but you've got to get out of your own way and speak what needs to be said, okay? So, right, okay. Taurus. Right, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go and have a look at that. Can you please just give me 2 minutes? Okay, 2 seconds. I'm just going to go just to make sure that the place isn't blowing up, you know, and then I will be back. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was for some reason, and I don't know how this has happened, but the what you call it? Hose pipe. The hose pipe was turned full on. I think the cats have jumped on it and they turned it on, so the whole place is pretty much flooded outside on the patio. So thank you for waiting there. So right, that's I'm damaged through proudness. I take this. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's don't let your pride get in the way of your future. Okay. So right, Taurus, Gemini we have. Yeah, I think the cats had turned it on. Right, okay. Right, so Gemini. Right, okay. This is really, really strange. Gemini, could you please get your magnesium levels tested? I don't know why they've just come through with that. Some Geminis are low on magnesium. Okay, so please get your levels checked if you're not feeling too good. I don't know what magnesium does, but I feel it's a bit of a heady time for Gemini. Does anybody know what magnesium does you were low? Right, okay, because that's coming in, and I feel in some way, I don't know if this is right. Like I say, I'm not a medical person, so please take advice from a medical person, but I don't know if being low on magnesium can affect your thought pattern or affect your mood in some way. This is what they're showing me here, is it's making things hard for yourself, is great for muscle pain. Right, okay, so it's something to do with your thought pattern, I feel, within this Gemini. Okay, so that's it. Health checks, but in a good way. It's only you're lacking something. Muscle relaxing, is it? Right, so it could be tension. Some of you could be getting tension headaches. And by taking magnesium, it could help this. Okay, and somebody's saying there it's great for sleep. Right, so if you're not sleeping, because it's almost like I feel that you're feeling this as anxiety with you, when really it's not anxiety, it's just you have a little deficiency in magnesium. Okay, and I don't know why, but they're telling me here, if you can't eat dates, I don't know why, dates. Okay, don't know if they're a good source of magnesium, but they're telling me here to eat dates. Right, okay, I never know what is coming. So yeah, magnesium helps for balancing the brain and the nerves together. Right, okay. I've done readings before, where they've given me full on things like that, telling me what people need to eat, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, I don't know with this. So get that sorted, get a magnesium supplement, and I feel Gemini is going to be flying, absolutely flying. Those that are recommending coaches, could you please send me either an inbox on my Instagram, please? Because I don't get to read all of these, or get in touch with the coach if you know them and ask them to get in touch with me, because like I say, I am looking. So, so like I say, there could have been this brain fog and stuff like that with Geminis. They could have been worrying, thinking it's anxiety, it's depression or whatever. No, it's not. It's just that you are low on something, okay? But what I'm seeing, I'm going to stop that now because they're coming in with it a lot. But what I'm seeing here for Geminis is some Geminis are not feeling safe. They're not feeling grounded. They're not feeling secure in their own self and in their own environment. Okay. And somebody's just said there that medjool dates are the 14% of the recommended magnesium that you need. So there you go. Yeah. So the thing is, right, okay, what they're saying here with Gemini, and I'm so sorry because I keep repeating, but they keep repeating to me, okay? Geminis, really, I would say get a vitamin check, okay? Because there's something in Gemini physically that is off balance. It's nothing bad. It's nothing sinister. It's nothing to worry about. But it's almost like you're trying to push through it, but you're never going to push through it if it's something that's physically happening in you, okay? What they're saying there is that this deficiency is coming because you are not harnessing your creativity in a way that you know that you should be. You're dithering about making a decision because you're not feeling safe and secure within yourself. You're not trusting your own judgment. You're not trusting your own gut feeling. And it's almost like this dithering is actually coming from an imbalance somewhere within you. I also feel that Geminis need to drink more water as well. Water is coming in for you. It's almost like I feel you need to do like a kind of a cleanse or a reset within your body. You know, maybe go on a couple of days, like a water cleanse or something like that. Need to do is reset to restart. Okay, you might have thought this year, like, oh God, where's my get up and go? You know, it's got up and gone. It's not. It's what's happening, Gemini, is you're adapting to the changes in the earthly environment. I mean, the earth's spinning faster than it was. You know, the energy's changed, and it's almost like you just need to do that. You know, when you put like tire pressure in a car, you know, and then you've got to go and you've got to top it up again or get your wheels rebalanced. This is what I'm feeling for Gemini. Okay, that's what it is. And I feel if you do this within 3 weeks' time, you will instantly feel this surge of energy. You'll feel yourself again, and you will feel more switched on and secure than what you've done for the last couple of months. Okay, so yeah, quite interesting. This is part of your healing. This is part of your healing, Gemini. So you're going to get through it. Take this advice and you will feel right as rain. Sorry, that was more of a medical one for Gemini. You're doing a water cleanse today, and are you Gemini as well? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Right, okay, so Gemini, who do we have after Gemini? Cancer. However the messages come out is fine. Yeah, that's, you know, I always say I'm spirit's bitch. I just let them do whatever they need to me, you know. It's like, use me. Use me, spirit, in whichever way you want. Right, so Cancer. Double Virgo and Gemini. Yeah. Okay. Cancer. Right, okay, Cancer. Right, okay, Cancer. I feel you could be worrying about money, about finances. I feel you are feeling pretty bogged down as well. It's like you're trying to do everything at once. You're trying to get to the finish line before you've even started the race. This is what they're saying here. And I feel you could be taking on stuff for other people as well. There could be people around you that are perhaps they're not safe or they're not secure or they're not safe within their career. And it's almost like you're trying to make their vision or their goal your goal. And this is causing quite a lot of resistance and a lot of frustration within you, Cancer. So what they're saying here is you need to look at kind of your side of the street. Are you utilizing your abilities? Are you utilizing your skills to the best of your ability? Or are you trying to make somebody else's dream reality? You know, this could be a boss, this could be a partner, this could be something like that, you know, because what I feel within this, Cancer, is it's almost like I feel you're putting off your future happiness and your long-term goals. for the sake of other people. And what this is doing is this is actually weakening your power, a bit like, you know, when Superman gets the kryptonite and he's not as strong as what he can be. Now, what's interesting, what they're saying here is Cancer is the opposite to Capricorn, okay? So when you being Cancer, which is caring, nurturing, providing, being almost this mother energy, it's almost like the mother and father are at loggerheads. So this masculine energy is, you're not taking that route, if that makes sense. So what they're saying here is get more into, you can care for people, but you can't provide them with the life that they need to go out and find themselves. Okay? You can provide them with stability and security, but you cannot do it for them. You know, it's like when we have a child, you know, if we don't teach them how to tie their shoelaces, that although we're doing it from a care and loving place, that is not going to help the child in the long run. You know, I know myself, I had never used a washing machine until I was like 19, and I bought my first home because my mom had always done my washing for me. She'd done my washing, she'd done my ironing. You know, I used to open my wardrobe and everything was color coordinated, and I would just take off whatever and leave it on the floor, and she would pick it up and do it. Now, she was doing that out of a place of care, but that didn't help me. You know, that didn't give me skills in order to think, right, I've got to look after things. It was, everything was just done for me. So it hindered me in a way. And this is the energy I'm getting here with Cancer. It's almost like, you know, you can't, those that you love and those that you care for, you cannot put your happiness and your goals on hold just to make them happy, because what that will do is make you unhappy, and then the discord will start to show. Okay, so where you've been trying to build security will actually start to make that more unsecure, if that makes sense, Cancer. So that's what's going to be highlighted. Okay, there could be a bit of a blowout. There could be something like this. Okay, but what I'm saying is, whatever happens over these next 8 days, I'm feeling for you, Cancer. Okay, observe it, because whatever falls apart over these next 8 days is something that was actually stopping you from being in your full power. Okay, so it's something that was getting in the way of your dream becoming a reality. Okay, so like I say, it's not bad, this. Please don't worry. Have faith that this is actually happening for you, and it's going to put you back on the path to your long-term future and which path you should be on, rather than trying to go down a different path just because somebody else is. So I hope that makes sense, Cancer. Right, Leo. What have we got for Leo? Ooh, flying out, Leo. Flying out. Right, okay. Right, Leo, where have you lost your faith? Where have you lost your faith? This is what's coming in straight away, okay? And this is going to be shown over this Capricorn moon, because what they're saying here is, because you've lost your faith, okay, it's like, it could be, I don't believe in spirit anymore. You know, you remember that song, I think it was called God by John Lennon, where he's like, I don't believe in Beatles, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in anything. You know, that which had been his foundation and his security, he suddenly goes, I don't believe in it. You know, that's it. He dismisses it. He doesn't see it as relevance or importance within his life. Now, what I'm seeing with Leos here is that some of them may have renounced their faith, okay? This could be in spirit, this could be in religion, this could be in whatever. But it's almost, there's an element of mistrust, okay? They have had their trust broken in some way. and it has caused them to cut off from that which once gave them security. So what is happening and what is the result of this is they're feeling quite flat. They're feeling quite disillusioned. It's like they don't like the changes of the world, you know. This is very Plutonian, this energy that I'm getting with coming through with Leo. Now, I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know if there's anything there, if Pluto is hitting Leo or whatever. But it's almost saying that when you lose your hope, what is left? Okay, so this is a time for you to regain your hope, because what they're saying, when you regain your hope, you will see that is when you start to feel better. You will feel lighter. You will feel more enjoyment for life. Now, some of you might have gone down a route that you thought was going to give you, you know, like this golden path. Oh, right, I'm going to get this reward at the end of it, you know. Some of you could have been lured down that. You know, some of you could have been offered a job that, oh, wow, look at this beautiful thing that you can have. And then it doesn't. It's cost you more because it wasn't coming from truth. So you might have swayed off your path in some way to go chase something that you thought was going to bring you more happiness, but it actually turned out to not, if that makes sense. So this is where the changes are coming in. So what it's saying to you here, Leo, is that, yeah, I'm getting the song there. What becomes of the brokenhearted? Now, I don't know who sang that. You know, and this is it. Like, what becomes of the brokenhearted? You know, what do? You get back up and you get in that saddle and you start to ride on. Okay, this is it. But it's almost like knowing that I feel some of you will have had a taste of life without faith. Okay. And it's been a big lesson to say to you, you know, like, faith is where it's at. They're telling you, keep the faith here, Leo, okay? Because that's where your clear thinking comes. That's where your clarity will come, you know? Think back to the times when your faith was strong and see how you were a lot more productive, how your life was happier with that, and how when you have forgotten your faith, how life has been harder and possibly even more painful. So what this is saying here is, it's like, you know, see what you have been holding off, see where you have been putting a barrier up, that how you may have done this to protect yourself, but what you've been doing is actually stopping yourself from stopping anything coming to you. Okay, so you might have put this barrier up, you know, that it's like, right, okay, this is, I am totally protected, but nothing has been able to come to you neither, you know. So you've been kind of cutting your nose off to spite your face in some way. That's what it's saying. And I feel that your faith is stronger, or you are stronger when you have faith. You are more powerful with this. At the moment, I feel Leos could be feeling pretty bogged down. And it's in order to get back to this sense of security that you had, you need to kind of be free, okay? And also stop being as stubborn and stop thinking too much, okay? You've got to get into your feels, Leo. That's what I feel's happened. I feel you've gone into your head rather than your heart. And that's it. Some of you might have stopped believing in love. You know, I said what becomes of the brokenhearted, but what they're saying is love is all that there is. And that is where you will find your security and your safeness within your heart, not your head. Okay, Leo? So I'm just going to get another. Right, okay, so who have we got now? Virgo. Oh no. There you go. Right, okay, Virgo. Quite an interesting one, this. So, I feel for some Virgos here. When I'm looking, I feel the past couple of weeks could have been quite tough for Virgo. Okay, I feel they've felt heavy. They've felt pain. They've kind of almost like this strength that Virgos have to get on and just keep calm and carry on has been tested over the last 3 to 4 weeks, I feel. But this is because they needed to make changes within them. It could be rethinking your career. And when I'm seeing dreams, they could be physical dreams that you're getting, or you're sitting on the table. Your dreams of what you want to do could be crying out to you, if that makes sense. Sorry, connection's unstable there. Right, please, am I still there? Where you haven't had faith in yourself, where you haven't trusted yourself. Storm here today, it started since I'd done the reading. So where you haven't trusted your own abilities, it's saying that you are now getting out of your own way, okay? Virgo is more ruled by Mercury, isn't it? They're talking about Mercury there. And it's almost saying this is a time for you to communicate better, okay? Be a communicator. Communicate better to yourself. Communicate better to others as well. And it's almost saying that there's an opportunity for into happiness, you know? Step into happiness, step into independence, step into abundance, okay? Whatever is happening now, this next 2 weeks over this Capricorn moon, Virgo, I feel is going to come into fruition round about September. They're saying now that will be majority of birthdays. It's almost that'll be another trip around the sun. So they're asking you to look at September gone. What did you do in September gone, September 2020, which will have actually started like put into motion something where you're going to be in September 2021, okay? So it's almost they're saying whatever you're doing, don't worry about it, don't doubt about it, you don't let it get heavy. Everything has been part of the journey, okay? So what they're saying is by September, October, you are going to be on the home straight. You're going to be in a very different position to where you were, where you are, okay? I'm loving this reading. It's like you are creating your life as you go, okay? Nothing, you haven't made any mistakes. Nothing has happened to put you off path. All of this is meant for your path, even the pain and the heaviness, okay? Because that was coming to reassess how you do things, because you needed to change how you were doing things, okay? And this is almost like I'm seeing a fire coming in you, and I'm seeing where you have battled with yourself, maybe had a battle with money as well, battle with finances, your views around money. It's almost this is you're going to get clear thinking, a new idea. You're going to think about things in a very different way here. And this is going to be the start of you actually making your dreams a reality, okay? It's all new, but it's beautiful new, because like I say, when you're new, it's about being ready and willing to do that, okay? Not being stubborn. It's like, right, okay, maybe I need to do things different ways. So this is about taking action now that will actually you're building on a solid foundation. You might not be go jumping up the ladder, but you're taking it a rung at a time, okay? And that is where you're going to be safe and secure with this, okay? So very, very good reading there for Virgo, I feel. So who have we got after Virgo? Libra. Libra. Yeah, Virgo, somebody is going to share information with you, or you are going to share information with somebody here. I feel they're showing me, like, you know, when you see the inside of a pocket watch, like an old pocket watch, and there's all the cogs in the wheel. It's almost like that. So you may find a new cog to go into your wheel that actually helps it work in the right way. And they're saying to me, time will tell. Okay, so time will prove this to you, Virgo. Okay, don't doubt it. Right, okay, so Virgo, Libra. What's the Michael Jackson song? Can you feel it? Oh, thank you, April. Thank you so much for that. Is it a Michael Jackson song? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Virgos, listen to that. Listen to that. They're saying Michael Jackson was a Virgo as well, wasn't he? Right, okay. I don't know what the lyrics are to it, and I can't look at them yet, but can you feel it? Michael Jackson, I think. I don't know if that's what it's called. Right, so Libra. I'm getting a proper, I'm doing a sugar fast. I'm cutting sugar out of my diet again, and oh, I'm feeling all wobbly and horrible. It's not good. Right. Okay. Right, Libra. Right. Okay, Libra, there's a song coming through for you as soon as I'm looking at these cards. And it's I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. What is it? Love is all around me. That's how the feeling goes. Is that what it is? Yeah. So I feel this is good for Libra. Okay. There's this feeling of, you know, yeah, love, building foundations, everything kind of going well. But what I want to say, and this is a warning, and I'm sorry, you know, because it's you know, I've got to give what they're saying. Plans could change, okay? Plans could change. Now, there could be an unexpected pregnancy with some Libras, okay, which would actually make their plans change, okay? But there is something that is happening in a way where it's not going to go in the way that you thought it would, okay? And I feel that you're going to have to walk down a different path. This could be to do with relationships as well, okay? This could be planning a wedding and then suddenly one partner going, you know what, this is not where my long-term future is, you know? So it's something coming unexpectedly and out of the blue, okay, which could rock your world a little bit. But what this is saying is this, whatever ends for you over this next 2 weeks is really, really going to start a new beginning for you, Libra, okay? Because it's too much. You are too much in the old way of being, and it wasn't secure. It's almost like you were hanging in the balance. You weren't, you know, when you see the sword of Damocles hanging over your head, you know, and is it going to fall? Is it not? There wasn't the security. There wasn't the long-term sustainability in whatever it was that you were planning, if that makes sense. It was a nice idea and it felt good at the time, but the foundations were not strong enough. You know, they weren't strong enough to withstand it. So it's like I say, it's, you know, this is where you kind of got to go back to the drawing board in a way, and also look at, this is a big healing time for you, Libra, a big healing time for you as well, because what I'm feeling here is it's saying to you, it's asking you to hold back on certain things, okay? hold back. It's almost like saying here, I mean, Libras are people pleasers as well, aren't they? You know, they're the balance of the deck. And what this is saying is that what is it? Monkey organ grinder. Why are they saying that? You know, is it the monkey's the organ grinder? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing all the work for somebody else to get the rewards, if that makes sense. And it's almost like, although you could say, yeah, I'm happy with everything, you're not, because you're not in control. You're being controlled. Now, you know, some Libras do have codependency issues as well, so that would work for them, but it doesn't really work. You know, can you see what's happening here with all of these signs? It's almost like we're being shown the truth. Everything is uncovering. Anything that's not meant to be there is being removed for our long-term future. And this is what it is. Where Libras were being controlled, it's going to be shown, okay, so that they can then step into where they have a voice, step into where this is balanced in harmony, because Libras are trying to keep balance and harmony within their lives and within the lives of others. Yet what is happening, that's not a reality. It's an illusion. It might look good on the outside, but it's not rooted in their truth. If you're living somebody else's truth as your life, you're literally living a lie. Okay, so what this is saying is this is a time for you, okay, for you to choose, for you to make that choice as well, rather than just being even chosen as well. You know, it might be, oh, well, I'm being chosen. That's great. They're choosing me. But are you choosing that? You know, look at your life. Is this any of your choosing, or is this what you've told and been controlled and told that this is how life should be, and you just go along with it because you're quite easygoing? Okay, so this is what's being highlighted for you. But again, it's only to give you security in your long-term future, Libra, you know. So like I say, this is a time for you to, you know, be patient, but step up and step into your real strength as well, okay? Because when you're utilizing somebody else's strength or making them strong, they can actually be dominant over you. This is the Capricorn energy, okay? When I said, you know, there's domination or there's determination. So Libra, you need to be determined, and that will stop any dominion that other people have on you as well, okay? This is self-love, Libra. This is what you need to do. And like I say, that song, they're just saying there, that song, I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. Yeah, you're not going to feel this love in another person, okay? You've got to feel it in you. So, right, okay, it finally came round why that was about. Makes sense. Okay, Libra. So what do we have now? Libra, who's after Libra? Scorpio. I always think of Scorpio when I do Scorpio. Was that it was a Harry Enfield thing, wasn't it? Right, okay. Scorpio. Another song coming through for Scorpio team. Give me a ticket to an aeroplane, ain't got time to... The letter. My baby, they wrote me a letter. Right, okay, I feel some Scorpios could have a letter or a message or something like that that is going to dictate their future, okay? This over this Capricorn. This could be a letter from home, okay, or somewhere where you feel is home. So it could, some of you may have to go home, I feel. When I'm saying go home, this could be to a place where your parents live, or to a place where you were born, or something like that. It's almost, I don't feel this is a fleeting visit. I feel there is a reason why you have to go back to your roots in some way, okay? I feel this is going to be financially good for you. So it's almost like some of you might have an idea to do with work, but in order to save money, you have to go back and live with parents in order to, then use that money to do that. So it's almost like going back to the past in order to secure your future, if that makes sense. Now, this could be inheritance. This could be somebody having to go back and get, say, the family home signed into their name or something like that. Your past is going to be, and when I say your past, I mean you're like, yeah, this is definitely to do with a home as well, I feel, Scorpio. I mean, this won't be for all Scorpios, but this is what it's saying. Scorpios are going back home. Scorpios are going back home. It's like Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz here. There's no place like home. If Scorpios are having a hard time, if they're struggling or whatever, it's stop the struggle. Go back to where you feel safe and secure, and then you can plan your future better from there. Okay? So it's definitely a feeling of home or somewhere where you feel looked after and nurtured and cared for. Interesting, Scorpio. I feel many Scorpios might not want to do this because it's almost like they feel that they could be giving up or giving up control. But I feel that you need to be looked after or allowed to have people looking after you in some way. So yeah, I feel travel is involved. Okay. And it's almost like I feel some Scorpios, they're kind of, they don't know where they're going. They're a little bit lost at this moment. Like, I say not lost, it's just don't know where you're going. There's a big difference, But I feel some Scorpios, it's like, they're just hanging around and life isn't really, they're not on the direction they should be, yet they don't know which direction to go. What I'm seeing here is go back home, go back to the starting point to then plan your next adventure or your next venture. So it's going to take a lot of pressure off as well. It's going to allow you to think more clearly, because at the moment, I just feel Scorpio is feeling quite burdened and quite heavy, and there's worries. These could be money worries, I feel. So it's like going back to where you can make your worries less, okay? Because you need to have this grounding and this safe space in order to like kind of plan your next move. And where you're doing it at the minute, it's almost like the energy is too heavy, okay? So Scorpios, it's go back home to rest, okay? You haven't failed at all. It's almost like I feel this feeling as of like, oh God, I'm going to go back and, does this mean I failed? So that's why you could be putting it off. But what I feel is you're putting off your future security, okay? You've got to go back to your past in order to get it here. And it's almost like you're going back with power as well, Scorpio. I feel when I mentioned before that this could be to do with masculine figures, there could be something to do with the father, Scorpio, where you have to be more patient with them. Could be a patient, could be somebody that's ill, or you could be ill or something, not in a bad way, but it's almost like I feel you need to go back to make peace with your past, break the old barriers down, heal them, and then actually move forward. Okay, it's bringing balance, because I feel Scorpios, if any of you have had problems financially, I feel that they're really coming from issues to do with the father, and this is what it's saying. It needs sorting. So I hope that makes sense to some Scorpios. Who have we got now? Sagittarius. Sag. Sagittarius, where are we? Sagittarius. Right, okay, Sagittarius. It's a lot to do with work with people. Lot to do with work with people here. Sagittarius, yeah. Yeah, Sagittarius, I feel you could be feeling a little bit down at the moment, Sag, okay? I feel you could feel like you're relying on somebody else too much, okay? But what I want to say is don't. If somebody is offering to help you and somebody is, giving you support and care and love, then please allow them to do that, okay? I feel some Sagittariuses could be getting in their own head and they could be feeling like they're not contributing enough, or they're not doing enough, or they're not doing enough for society, or something like this. It could be a partner earns more money than you, but then you make the house nice. It's almost like I feel here Sagittariuses are putting themselves down in a way. But what this new moon is coming to highlight to them is that they need to realize how they are making a lot of people within their company and within their life happy, how they are a support, they are the security for other people as well. And they need to stop worrying that they're not doing enough. That's what's coming out massively here. I feel with some Sagittarius is here, it's almost like they're not seeing their own worth, they're not seeing their own worthiness, they're not seeing the effect and the value that they bring to other people's lives. Okay, they're being pretty hard on themselves, and they could be like, where am I going? What am I doing? I'm useless. I can't do this. I can't do that. They're not allowing themselves to see that literally that they can actually alchemically change somebody's life just by having a conversation with them, just by being there, just by listening, just by their presence. So what this is saying here, Sagittarius, is your presence is your power, okay? It's not what you do. It's not what you say. It's who you are, okay? That's what you really, really need to get into your head. Sagittarius. That's what you really need. No, it's not the magician, Kathleen. No, it's not the magician there. What this is saying is it's who you are, Sagittarius. But the more you don't see who you are, and the more you're not stepping into this role and actually going, right, okay, yeah, wow, I am a valuable member of society, of this family, of this tribe, of whatever, it's almost like that is making you feel like an outsider. Whereas what I'm seeing here is Sagittarius is kind of the glue that brings everybody together. If that makes sense. So I want Sagittarius. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Priority. I want Sagittarius to realize their importance. Without them, other people's lives would fall apart. So please know that you are valuable, okay? Even if it's just your comfort, your presence, a cuddle from you, or something like that, you actually allow other people to live their lives and go after their dreams because of the support that you're giving them. Okay. So, like I say, this is please believe in you, Sagittarius. Once you start believing in you, life will get less heavy and you will realize that, hold on, this is where I could help people. So some Sagittariuses could go into the counseling, support worker, life coach, stuff like that. You have a lot of knowledge and you have a lot of wisdom. And this is about saying, Please don't think that you are worthless. This is the feeling I'm getting for Sag. I'm so sorry, because you are worth so more than you actually believe, you know. So I feel Sagittarius is, ask people within your circle, your close circle, just say to them, what do I bring to your life? You know, what do I bring? Ask them that question, you know, ask them how they would describe you in 3 words and see what you get. So it's about feedback from others rather than actually focusing on the feedback that you're giving yourself. Okay. So, right, Sagittarius, who do we have now? Capricorn. So happy birthday, Capricorns, as well. Capricorn. Oh, this is the last one as well, isn't it? I forgot I started with Aquarius. Hey, Capricorn, come on, Capricorn. What's Capricorn? Sorry. I'm just seeing what I'm getting here. Right, Capricorn. This is really funny. I sent a friend of mine who's a Capricorn, I sent her a meme there through the night, and it's this guy, and it's a proper newspaper report, and it's this guy says, I didn't want to bother anybody, says a man who was admitted to hospital with a big massive nail through his heart. Okay, he's got this huge nail sticking out of his heart, and he's like, oh yeah, I didn't want to be a bother, you know. And that's typical Capricorn. And like I say, we're in Capricorn new moon tonight. So what I feel is coming up for Capricorn here is, I feel the struggles that Capricorn have been feeling for the past 8-9 months are going to come to a head. Okay, so I feel Capricorns are needing to communicate. They're needing to communicate with loved ones. They're needing to come from their heart as well. They need to be safe within doing this, and they need to say, you know what, I'm strong. I'm always there to support everybody else. I give other people security. Yeah, I'm kind of not feeling secure here, you know. I kind of need help. So Capricorns have got to actually look at their environment and see, is whatever they're doing, is this sustainable for their long-term future? Because I feel they're worn out. I feel they're burnt out. I feel as I go, Capricorns, they're going to go on. But by making other people safe, it's not making them safe. So their security is not paramount at this time. And I feel some Capricorns are going to see where they're not feeling fulfilled. Okay. Now, I don't feel that things are really, really bad, but I don't feel they're really good neither. Okay. And like I say, Capricorn, this could be with relationships, you know, some Capricorns could realize that they're in safe, they're not in love. Okay. And this is what's going to be highlighted massively. There's pain that has been hidden is going to come out, but this pain, it's almost like it's coming out in order for Capricorns to find happiness. Oh, thank you, Sing Miracles. Thank you so much for that. It's, yeah, where they have been blocking off their voice, where they have been kind of not speaking up for themselves, this is where it's going to change for Capricorn. Okay. It's almost like they need a rest. It's like, come on, man, please give it a rest. I need a rest. They're done with hiding behind this falsity of this. They're done behind with, you know, this is love, you know, when it's not, it's safe. They're done with kind of keeping their problems to themselves. You know, they're done with doing everything by themselves as well, you know. So it's almost like I feel Capricorns, it's the straw that broke the camel's back, this new moon, okay? But in a good way, because this is actually where you're finally saying, you know what, enough. I've had enough. I am enough, you know, and you're finally asking for your needs to be met here. You're really taking control of that. And you're saying, I need to be provided for. I don't just need to be the provider. You know, I need security. I don't just need to provide security for other people. It's you're asking for back what you give to others, because this is what is going to shape your long-term future. And it's almost like, you know, this. I feel some Capricorns could realize what they have sacrificed for another as well, you know, where they have sacrificed themselves, where they have, you know, this could be people that have given up their job to support their partner or something like that. You know, it's almost like here, Capricorns are getting bored with not having this goal or this vision. You know, they're strong enough to do this, but they're sick of being held back. Capricorns want fun again. You know, they're juggling everybody else's problems here. And it's like, hold on, when did I stop having fun? When did I stop being free? You know, because although they like security, Capricorns are really, really funny. You know, Capricorns they like life as well, you know, and it's almost like I feel some Capricorns here could realize that, whoa, hold on, I've given up my life in the case of duty kind of thing, you know, typical Capricorn fashion. But, you know, Capricorns are, this is what I'm saying with Capricorn. It's like Capricorn, all work and no play makes Capricorn a dull boy kind of thing. And this is where Capricorn need an injection of power to actually find this playful side rather than this practical side. You know, it's almost like, because I don't feel they like this role, it's the role they've got to take for people that are around them, you know. And Capricorns are such loving people as well, but they often keep their emotions, they often keep their emotions hidden, you know, because they don't feel safe enough to let them out. But what this is saying is, you know, Capricorn, open your heart, man, and open your mind and open your mouth, because you're settling for less than you're worth, you know. And I don't want your future to become just a daydream. I want you to have faith that that is where you can go, but you need people next to you and on the ride with you that have the same goal and have the same vision. You've been patient for too long now. You know, you've held yourself back for too long. This is a time now where you're going to break free from the regime that you've set up in order to make other people happy. You know, you need to cut loose. You need to cut yourself some slack, and you need to learn how to live again. If you are not getting back what you're putting in, then that's not for you, Capricorn. You know, you're coming from a place of lack when all you are doing is trying to provide, you know. So, yeah, sorry about that. But like I say, it always hits us when the moon's in our place. So, yeah, people are quite happy for you to take control, but that's because they're not taking responsibility for their part as well. Okay, so you're not helping them. You're actually, you know, helping yourself to be unbalanced and unhappy. So I feel some words of truth are needed, Capricorn, but you'll be able to do it from a heart base, and you'll get there. I know you will. Right, so I'm going to pull a spirit card for the collective. Let's see. Yeah, Capricorn girls just want to have fun, yeah. Okay, spirit Spirit card for the collective, for this Capricorn moon, please. Right, okay, I'm going to pull another one as well. I always laugh when this one comes out, but I'm going to pull another one and then I'm going to read that one. Right, okay, there's the two. Right. Right, so the first one is sexuality. And this says, an influx of sexual energy is coming your way. Embracing both masculine and feminine aspects of the self creates wholeness. It is safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. Okay, so this I feel is, like I say, we've got this Capricorn energy. Now, I talked about it before being like, being kind of, you know, this masculine energy, but it can be dominant and controlling rather than compassionate and caring as well, you know. And I feel with this, it's how we use, especially within sexuality, you know, and this, I could go into this really, really deep because I've been doing quite a lot of work on this over the last couple of years, you know, on a personal level, but I don't feel this is the time or the place for this. But looking at control, okay, and where we feel powerful within our sexuality and within our physicality within sexuality, is this where we really feel powerful, or is this where we've been taught that we're powerful? Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That's how do I explain this in a better way? So yeah, because I feel, especially around with this Capricorn moon, and especially for the long term future, what they're saying to me there is this is where everything is being turned on its head. Okay, everything is being turned on its head. There's a big transformation. There's a big transformation on sexuality, but I really feel a big healing within sexuality as well. Now, this could be when I said, look at the masculine energies, you know, within your life, you know, within yourself, you know, as well, if you're masculine, and see, you know, where was it you learned? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the right words so that it's actually making sense here. They're showing me what they're meaning, but it's how do I describe this? Yeah, where the feeling of giving and receiving is off balance, okay, and where it's the masculine feminine energies have been distorted, or they're playing roles or something like that. It's healthy masculine, healthy feminine, rather than the distorted view. Now, what they're saying here within that and within the sexuality card, and excuse the pun, when the masculine and feminine come together, and like I say, excuse the pun with that, that is when it is so much more powerful than just kind of one trying to please one, blah, blah, blah. It's saying it's very, very distorted. And yeah, the card there talks about free will. And I mentioned will before as well. And it's saying you're free to make your own decisions, but as long as you take responsibility for any choice that you make. So I really feel this is on a collective level. We need to start looking at, wow, this is going into another bloody reading here. Hold on a second. We need to start looking at basically the physicality of our relationships as well. Not just the, you know, this is mind, body, and soul of our relationships, and also looking at the past to see how that has defined our choices, our, what's the word? Our preferences and look at the person we are now. Do they actually still serve that? If that makes sense? Because what they're saying here is when we are trying to fulfill or fill a void and we go to physical side of us to do that, what we basically do is we're using somebody else's body as a scratching post to fulfill a yearning within us. Now, this was funny because when I was in grief the other week, I was like, that was the thing. It was like, right, okay, I need to get this away. And I realized that when I've been in grief in the past, I'd always gone to physical. I'd also always gone to sex because that actually turned me off in a way. It turned my head off. Whereas what they're saying here with this Capricorn moon, and I'm quite surprised, and it's interesting this, but like I say, I really should have a podcast so I could talk about all of this stuff, because I'm wary of who watches these and stuff like that as well, and I know that's not what they don't want to hear. But this is saying, that what we need to realize, wow, this is going so deep. Sorry about this, guys. Is sometimes, right, because they're saying about our long-term future. So what they're saying here is that often, and they're saying this within physicality as well, often the goal is the end bit, it's the end bit. It's like, right, we've got to get to that goal and boom, that's it, fireworks and that's it. It's not. It's the journey, not the destination. Okay. And what we need to do as a collective is to go back and realize that, this is it. We rush everything. Everything is fast. We want to get there. We want to reach this peak. And even within life, it's almost like, well, right, I want to get this massive orgasm at the end, but it's kind of, this Capricorn moon is wanting us to see through that illusion, okay, where it's not about that. By rushing to the end, we're missing so much. This is very similar to what I was saying at the beginning. So this is saying that's not a powerful thing. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that, but it's, have you got that endurance, in order to build and build and build, because it's not about the finish. And this is what they're saying. They're coming out here with Capricorn. Very, very interesting. Wow. And they're saying a lot of us are too quick to, right, okay, that's what I want. You think about it, if you're with somebody that you fancy, you're turned on by or whatever, it's straight away clothes ripped off, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it. It's gone. Or that moment's gone, and that's all very well and good, but is that sustainable? This is talking about, it's about pulling back, it's about pulling back and going, right, okay, I'm in this for the long haul kind of thing. And what they're saying there, right, God, it's so interesting. Within masculine energy, and I'm not just talking about males here, I'm talking about the females within their masculine energy as well, is not being in control. That's being out of control, okay? That is where we're using this, like, kind of this drive, this ambition to reach that, and all right, I've claimed that, and that's what it's about. And they're saying it's not. That is not powerful. The holding back, the practice and patience, the planting the seeds and letting them grow and letting it build and letting it build, And I'm probably going to say something that I shouldn't here, but at the end of the day, I have no secrets. I have had my, well, how do I say this? Yeah, what I want to say is just Greek, okay? I would recommend every woman to, at one time in their life, be with a Greek guy, because it's like, whoa, what? It's kind of like feeling like Shirley Valentine, it's really, really turned things turn things on the head, you know, so to speak. So what they're saying here is it's like I say, it's this build up, and that is where there's success at the end, you know, in the building rather than actually just the race to get there. And this is what they're saying in a collective way is where we can actually start creating our future. So it's almost like this Capricorn moon is saying, pull back, okay? It's little steps, okay? Little steps, because they are what will build and build. And that is where the power is, okay? Rather than like rushing. So if we mix that Capricorn energy with this Cancer energy, you know, with the kind of creation and everything, this is where we're going to get, that's it, mind's blown kind of thing. So yeah, I never talk about myself in relationships, so I'm like, right, okay, they obviously they wanted me to do that. So like I say, this is all about free will. Look at why we are making decisions, look at the decisions that we're making, see where they're from, see where the seed was planted. Are we doing them in alignment with ourselves? You know, are we rushing to get there for some other reason, to be seen as, you know, being successful, or yay, I did it? Or are we in this for the long haul? Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions at all? I'm blushing now. Yeah. Nobody have any questions? It's all cool for everybody, right? Okay. Well, I'll go. Thank you, April. Yeah, like I say, as I mentioned, it's a good one. It's a good moon. It's not crazy, you know. It's not crazy. But anybody does know a life coach who could work with me, then please put them in touch with me, or me with them. And yeah, this is about, you know, this is about us really looking at ourselves here, you know, not believing any of our own bullshit, slowing down and, you know, thinking, right, okay, I have everything I need to have the future that I want. Is it the future that I want? And if it is, how do I implement my skills, my determination, my ideas, and my action, and my heart, what's in my heart? How do I implement them all together? How do I align them to make sure that that actual arrow goes like that, rather than just being wide and scattered? Okay. So, right. Okay. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Please let me know if this made sense to you. Sorry, it was a bit haywire, but you know, that's how spirit works. Like I say, life isn't linear, you know, and I don't like working on a linear way neither. So I'm sending so much love to you all. Satnam.